We need to talk about this situation because I have a feeling that it's going to happen more and more, especially the way women are more focused on their education and career than they are getting married and having kids early on. This was posted in the relationship advice subreddit a few days ago. They're both 26. She said, "My boyfriend wants to have a child and I'm not ready, so he went behind my back. What to do?" If he went behind your back, it's probably best to break up. But let's look at the post. She says, "This is a throwaway account as I don't want this on my main one. I'm a 26-year-old woman and my boyfriend, also 26, and I have been together for 3 years. We met in graduate school where we were in the same class, and after 6 months of dating, we moved in together. He's a wonderful boyfriend, kind, generous, and always willing to help out. We split household responsibilities 50-50. We're both in the same field, but he works from home while I go into the office 3 days a week. I handle breakfast and he takes care of dinners on the days I go to work. All in all, things have been great between us. When we first started dating, we discussed everything from kids to marriage. We both agreed that we would wait until we're financially stable before taking that next step. While we're comfortable now and no longer live paycheck to paycheck, we still have student loans to pay off. Otherwise, we're debt free. Recently, though, things have taken an unexpected turn. Over the past few weeks, my boyfriend has been trying to be intimate without using protection. While I'm on birth control, we had always used protection in the past. A few weeks ago, we were at his parents' house, and his mom made a comment about how beautiful our children would be and how excited she was to be a grandmother. I brushed it off as a sweet, casual remark, as his parents have always been kind to me, but they've never brought up children before. Then last week, I noticed my birth control pills were missing from the medicine cabinet. I asked my boyfriend about them, and he claimed he didn't know where they went. I thought he may have accidentally thrown them out and bought a new pack. But when I couldn't find that one either this week, I confronted him again. This time, he admitted that he had taken them because he wanted to start trying for a baby. I was shocked. We had not discussed having children. We hadn't even talked about getting engaged within the last 2 years. I reminded him that we had agreed to wait until we were more financially stable. He explained that he and his mom had talked and believed that this time was right. I'm sorry, that the time was right to have a baby since we're no longer struggling financially. It hurt to hear that his mom was involved in this decision. I asked him if that was why she brought up children, and he admitted that he had told his parents and friends that we were trying for a baby, but had asked them not to tell me, claiming I wanted to surprise everyone. I feel betrayed. Instead of discussing it with me, he went behind my back. I told him I needed some time alone, so I went to my parents' house. I haven't told them the full story, that he's just on a work trip, and I didn't want to be alone. I'm really confused about what to do next. I love him, but this feels like a huge betrayal. I'm not sure how to move forward. His mom has been calling me, and she spoke to my mom, but hasn't mentioned anything about the situation to her. Any advice would be greatly appreciated. Y'all need to break up. This man is about to try to baby trap you, obviously. If he has stopped trying to use condoms, and has stolen your birth control, that person is a liar. He lacks integrity, and he is going to try to bring you down. This is a relationship that is over once he started doing all of that. So someone made a comment, but that comment is now deleted. But the OP did respond saying the issue is that instead of talking to me about the issue, he is going behind my back and lying to people. And then Swampy says, imagine what else he's capable of. And Maggie Stardust says, don't wait to find out. Spiffy username just comes right out and says it. She says, tampering with birth control is a type of rape. You are not consenting to unprotected sex. I'm 33 years old. I exist because my mom told my dad that she was on birth control when she wasn't. My mother used to tell this story like it's a cute story. I used to think it was a cute story when I was a kid because it meant she really wanted me. I will never forgive her for what she did to my dad. I really hope you don't just take this as he was lying to me. He was trying to force a child you weren't ready for onto you. Stay away from this dangerous man. Jay Haskell says, my friend dated this lady who was 30 when he was 25. She told him she was on the pill, so he stopped using a condom when they had sex. Turned out she lied and wanted to have a kid because she felt she was getting too old. They only were dating for a few months, and he had plans on having a kid. He ended up calling and telling me she was pregnant and was freaking out and explained to me that she lied about being on birth control. Baby trapping, no matter who does it, man or woman, that is a violation. You should definitely stay away from those type of people if you're able to get away. Here's the OP weighing in with an update. She says, thank you all so much for taking the time to comment and share your thoughts. I truly appreciate the kind advice and different perspectives. It's been incredibly helpful to hear all of your viewpoints, and it's given me a lot to reflect on as I navigate this situation. I already made the decision to break up with him. I just needed to get everything off my chest. It's early morning here, and I've been crying all night. This all happened Saturday evening, and I came straight to my parents' house afterwards. They could tell something was wrong, but I told them I wasn't feeling well, so they gave me space while offering comfort and support. After reading all your comments, I wanted to clarify a few things. We did talk about marriage and children early in our relationship, but over the last 2 years, he never brought up the topic again. As for why I haven't told my parents yet, it's because I wanted to process everything first and be able to speak to them clearly about what's going on. My dad is very protective of me, and I know if he knew what happened, he would be at my apartment in a heartbeat to confront my boyfriend. This hurts so much because I didn't expect this side of him. He was a good boyfriend, not just to me, but to my family as well. He would go out of his way to help my parents with household chores and pitch in at our place without even being asked, vacuuming, doing laundry, everything he could. He'd surprise me with different foods he thought I'd like. Even his family has been kind to me. I've never had an issue with his mom or dad. His mother regularly invited me to mother-daughter brunches with her and her daughter, both of whom have always been good to me. This whole situation is incredibly painful, and I'm just processing everything. Thank you again to everyone for your support. And then this person says this: predators don't just groom their victims, they groom entire communities. They get everyone to believe that they are such amazing people. We needed to see this comment. That's the reason why I circled it in yellow. It's very succinct. So then life abbreviation says truth. A friend had a boyfriend that was stabbed like 20 times by his ex. And he always said she was crazy and a stalker and it was never serious. She's just crazy and violent and has a restraining order. Meanwhile, he knocked up my friend, and like right after the baby born, something was amiss. Sure, he was cheating, had been cheating, had multiple baby mamas, that he had relationships. He legit just said he was going to work and would gaslight his partners into believing they were the only one, literally knock them up, keep them home raising the kid while he went out and effed around and sold drugs and basic F-boy stuff. She continues, my friend realized his crazy ex wasn't crazy. He was an abusive narcissist that drove her to stabbing him with the two-faced act and consistent manipulation, gaslighting, and pretty sure grooming, as she was 16 when they met. But funny how he tells the story that they met when they were 16 is like, no, you were with her since she was 16. He was 25 at the time. But breaking out of that mind prison takes a violent outburst. Then on paper, you're the crazy one, surely not this nice guy. My friend got out and her kid is doing great. He is still out there making victims and babies, playing the pity card about another psycho ex that took his baby away from him. They were never crazy exes, just poor, tortured women who fell for the love bomb trap. Wow. Wow. There are definitely some crazy people out there that are willing to baby trap you. So you have got to be on top of it where it comes to your financial planning. Your family planning, because it does impact your financial planning and your future. And you don't know when somebody is trying to come at you to baby trap you like this. All right, y'all, we needed this conversation. So join the conversation. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Ladies have just got to get off these dating apps. I've shown some of these nightmare dating profiles, and I'm just not seeing, they're not sending their best. And we checked, there's no more in the back. But let's go ahead and get into this post from the 2X chromosome subreddit. She said, ended 6-year dating app Hiatus. in less than 48 hours because of a weirdo. She says, I just need to get this off my chest because mostly my sisters can relate. I had a situationship that ended with my heart getting crushed about 6 years ago. So I took a very long hiatus from dating. I got back on a dating app Sunday night to see what was out there. Some weirdo kept messaging me. You're so beautiful. I want to be in a relationship with you. Please be my girlfriend, blah, 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 etc. Granted, I never messaged him back with a single time. I do not dive into relationships with complete strangers because I've watched too many episodes of 48 Hours and Forensic Files to know better. I swiped left on him too many times to count. Eventually, I blocked his account to get the messages to stop. I get 3 hours of peace and quiet. Then the messages start back up again. He had created a different account and found me again. The harassing, weird messages did not stop. I had to close my account again. I feel so freaking violated. And the sad part is, I could report him to the site administrator to block him at the IP level, but he could get around it by using a VPN to change his IP address unlimited number of times. I wish these creeps would take a hint and leave us alone. Yes, like I said, they are not sending their best. And I am not sure if these people just do not know how to talk to women or what is going on. But I believe that they are seeing that women actually have choices and they have to be, I don't know, better. But I don't think that they are taking it well, that women are opting out of dating. And so this type of thing is happening. But yeah, 'tis the season to just get off of dating apps. They are a cesspool. So go ahead and just get off. Block it, delete all of your stuff, and then get off of them. Runtime exceptionalism says, this is kind of scary, not going to lie. Please report him even though you're not using the app and be vigilant in case he somehow figured out where you live or work. Del Sold the Florida says, because I've watched too many episodes of 48 Hours and Forensic Files to know better, and said, love this. Those shows are an education we all need. Feather World says, yes, and lots of true crime podcasts. We are so much more aware than they realize. They Live Nada says, I was in a few episodes way back in the day. I retired from forensics, LOL. The Bear of Wisdom says, people think I'm morbid for watching true crime documentaries, but to be honest, I think it's given me a lot of knowledge about how to protect yourself or how to leave your DNA behind in case you get schmurdered. I'm currently watching a 40-year-old cold case getting solved because of DNA. That's incredible. It's also why I have tattoos on every limb and my torso. If I get dismembered, they'll be able to identify me quick. And I'm sorry, I am kidding, but I did consider this as a bonus after I noticed I was tattooed on each part. Ha ha ha. Okay, so she's taking it kind of far, getting tattooed, but you never know these days. I don't know. Anyways, I thought that we should see this just as a reminder. 'Tis the season to get off of dating apps. Join the conversation. Let me know, do you have any dating horror stories? Don't forget to like, comment, and share. So people don't know and understand that women globally are opting out of marriage for very similar reasons. This was posted in the 2X chromosomes. She said, marriage is scary is trending in Indonesia. Women want an equal partner, while men want someone who takes care of the household chores and childcare while they bring in 50% of the income. And then they give us, this person gives us some screenshots. I have a big duvet tagged me here saying, everything women don't want is what men want. Everything men don't want is what women want. And I'm like, damn, the disparity is real. So if you do want to tag me on anything on Reddit or chat me up, here's my name on Reddit. I am available over there if you want me to see anything. So here is the post from Alexander. The marriage is scary trend in Indonesia. In various uploaded content, young women generally worry about getting a toxic husband who likes to play rough and doesn't appreciate his wife. They are also afraid of getting a husband who is unwilling to help with household chores and childcare, unable to meet household economic needs, or prioritize his mother or family of origin. Meanwhile, young men generally worry about getting a wife who cannot perform the household chores, such as cooking, cleaning the house, taking care of children, obeying, not obeying the husband, and not valuing the husband's family. They also want a wife who can help with the family's economy without restricting the husband. So, like that person said, women want a husband that's not toxic and all of that, and men just want a wife appliance that actually goes to work as well. Please know and understand when I say the dust is global, I mean that. And that's the reason why you have got to get out of your bubble and look and see what is going on in other cultures and countries, because many women are saying the exact same thing. I think women are waking up to the fact that we're not servants. We're not born to be servants simply because we're born female. This is another screenshot that was on the post. The hashtag marriage is scary in Indonesia, describes the concerns of many young people about marriage and choosing a partner. Some reasons for this include changing views on marriage. Marriage is no longer considered a social necessity, and many millennials and Gen Z are choosing to postpone or not get married at all. Concerns about divorce and domestic and DV. Many people are hesitant to get married due to concerns about divorce and DV. Promiscuity. In urban areas, promiscuity is becoming more common, which was previously considered taboo. So this was some of the comments that were under that post. Laria says, so the women's demands are, we got to be able to do this together. And the men's are, she must do a bunch of things I'm either incapable or unwilling to do, and be my little servant while also splitting bills. Yes, that is the gist of it. Lucia says, in my opinion, you either go 50-50 on everything or you have specialized roles. To me, the 50-50 experiment in the West has mostly failed despite women's denial. So the solution is going back to specialized roles, but that means one spouse does not work outside at all. And Laria says, well, that was a system that arguably failed more, so why go back? Women don't want to go back to simply being the servants of the home and being at the mercy of their husbands. So people like Lucius are going to have to get over that. And men are just going to have to participate in the household. Master Dip says, typical feminist that thinks being expected to contribute anything to their survival is servitude. Typical feminist. And obviously this is on Twitter. So you're going to see that. I mean, no, that's not true. You see a lot of vitriol towards feminism, no matter the social media platform. This person says, this is one of those things where certain men will try to draw a false parallel between both sides so they can act like divisiveness is the issue rather than the way women are treated. Ophelia says, this reminds me of another country. It can remind you of so many countries because this is where the push and pull is globally. It's everywhere. But this person just says, wrong. Fritters says, this pretty much sums it up. They're garbage. Okay. DC says, doing it together doesn't work. Delegate tasks. Task/roles was the tried and tested way since the dawn of society. The whole we do everything equally has been a recent thing in the let's be generous and say 40 years. Ironically, the moment divorce skyrockets and the birth rates decline. Birth rates are declining and divorce are skyrocketing because women are tired of being seen as simply the servants of the household. So it's going to stay like that. I know many men are not ready to see and understand that you cannot dangle marriage in front of a woman anymore. You actually have to be a person that a woman wants to attach to. And the men have not seemingly got the updated 2024 update of how relationships are going. Women are going to continue to opt out. The birth rates are going to continue to plummet to hell. Marriage rates are going to continue to decline because men have not gotten on board with the fact that they actually have to participate in the home life and with child rearing. They want to simply go to work, but all of us can go to work. All of us can work. but now we can also opt out of relationships. All right, join the conversation. Let me know what you think about this one. Did you know that this was trending in Indonesia and that this is a global conversation that is going on? Don't forget to like, comment, and share.